How do I parent in the car? Parenting in the car might be one of the most difficult places to parent. When this question came to me, I started laughing and I said, I don't think I can answer that question. Parenting in the car is very difficult. There are so many things that are just environmentally opposite of what are really helpful when you're trying to parent, discipline, or do any kind of connection. You are forced to look in one direction most of the time. If the kids are anywhere under age 12, they're in the back. So it's not safe for you to turn around and have eye contact. You can't stop. I mean, you might be able to pull over and intervene in what's going on, but that's only for a short amount of time. Then you have to get back up in the front seat and everybody's got to get their seatbelts back on. So it's a really, really hard place to parent effectively. So some proactive ideas of how to parent in the car would be to prepare ahead of time. You can have maybe a backpack that every child, or a bag, something that every child packs for themselves of survival things in the car, like games or fidgets. Oh my goodness, fidgets are one of the lifesavers in the car, just to keep them busy. Also water bottle or a snack, something that you can put in a little Tupperware and they can grab whenever they're hungry. So a survival kit would be one proactive strategy, something that they can have a part in packing and preparing for themselves. Another one would be proactively involving the whole car in group games. You can utilize your environment because it's always changing in a car. So my family really loves to play I Spy. You can play I Spy because it's always changing, and you have to make sure that you keep the bar kind of low since it changes. So make sure they can find what you're spying before you pass it. But being able to keep them involved in something outside of themselves or their sibling or whatever's going on in the back seat. There's so many different games like that. If you want to play a game like Slug Bug, it's a game where you're looking at other cars and trying to find yellow or orange cars. And obviously you would want to change. You don't want to encourage hitting in the back of the car. So changing it into something where it's just whoever yells it out first wins that car. And there might be times where things are just too hard, where you've had a long day, they've had a long day. A lot of times picking up after work, you pick them up from daycare, so it's between 5 and 6 in that time period is one of the most horrendous times with our poor kids because they're so hungry. They've been gone from you all day. They want your attention like crazy. You want to give it to them, but you've got to be able to get from point A to point B. And that time period is just really, really hard. So give yourself permission, be flexible. And if you have anything like, there's a lot of cars now with the DVD player on the back seats or in the middle of the car, and even iPads, that kind of stuff. I don't love to use those things as distractions or babysitters for our kids. But in the car, if it's gonna keep you from losing your cool to where you start screaming from the front of the car and nothing's happening but craziness in the back, then that would be a time to pull those nice distractors out, to be able to give them something to be able to just focus on and to survive that point A to point B, to where you can start again, put the electronics away, reconnect, have dinner, and be a family.